Hi everybody and welcome to VCA27. This is the close, of course, the sniping hour. We are already at 87.5% sold out, so pretty cool on that one. Pretty exciting, especially you think about it in the turmoil of the major market pullback, quite dramatic. We have really done well getting a nice 87.5% sold out so far. So we're looking really good. SKB in the house. Good to see you, SKB. Long time no see. Great to have you in there. Always appreciate your comments and your super chats. Really cool. Pisso Makatal. Morning from South Africa. Hey, retracted already. Maybe something there. So welcome to South Africa. Love watching documentaries on South Africa. It's a beautiful country and yeah, rich heritage there. Morning from South Africa. That's the one. Nice little morning there. Local South Africa flag. Of course, New Zealand All Blacks versus the South African team has always been a great rivalry. So the Springboks and things like that. Mr. Faraz, good morning, sir, all the way from India. So great to see you, Mr. Faraz. Welcome to Axion Show. Hey, great to have you on here. Look, we've got South Africa, we've got India, we've got all sorts of places around the world. I'm from New Zealand. Let us know in the chat where you're from. It'd be really cool just to see the breadth. We've already got covering 2 continents already. So let's see how many continents we can cover today. So pretty awesome stuff. Obviously, look at this. We've got 25.99 Ethereum has been entered the auction, and $68,311. That's already just 1.75 Bitcoin has been bought, and 85% of that's been given back to stakers. 1.49 Bitcoin. That's $58,756. And of course, we're targeting for a sellout 33.3 Ethereum. Really nice to see that. Look at this rate, folks. Almost 15.2 million Axion per ETH. And of course, you get that 10% discount to market if it gets sold out, and you also get 10% wrapped Bitcoin back if you enter with Ethereum. Now, if you want to get into that, you can use the link below. It will take you to the auction page, which is the official Axion staking auction page. You just click connect your MetaMask wallet up, put in your Ethereum there, click send max, put in the bid that you want in Ethereum, send bid, and it will enter into the auction. At the moment, the GWAI is not too bad. It's still slightly on the high side, up in the 80s, 80 GWAIs, but that's a lot cheaper than the terrible nightmare that we had with up to 2,000 GWAI, could you believe it, at the peak of the congestion of selling down. 2,000 GWAI, it was just unbelievable. I think it was something like $500 for just doing a transfer, so it was pretty crazy stuff. $500 at least for a swap, at least. It was just some insane stuff. Yeah, crazy times. But that we were expecting a pullback, and we got a major one. It happened in little stages and gave a little false supply. Obviously, Bitcoin and stuff is typically managed by the big folks, so they can set up patterns sometimes if they've got enough market influence, and so they can make it look like it's coming back and sell it down. Then they buy back real cheap because they're the ones that sold at the top, and then they can buy back at the cheap at the bottom, and they can keep rinse and repeat that. So obviously we've got a bit of that big play going on as well, because it takes a bit of momentum to move that. They just need a couple of catalysts, news catalysts help that as well. But that's interesting stuff there. We've got 37 minutes to go. So we're going to see, we're obviously doing pretty well. So hope you're enjoying those wrapped Bitcoin divs. They come in real time into your dashboard. And so pretty awesome stuff there. SKB's from Australia. Hey SKB, good to see you from Australia. Aussie. Hey, so we've got some really good rugby countries here. We've got South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and of course we've got India there. So pretty cool to see that. Mr. Frost says hi, Pesto, and Sup says Pesto, and Mr. Frost says Bitcoin major dump, sir. Yes, but it has been a recovery. Just be careful though. Obviously, if you can pick up some cheap, then you will do, should do. But just take a point now that this could be a false rise, and then we could get another pullback. But it's very positive that Bitcoin is up high. So let's go check out some of that. Let's go check out Axion first. Axion's at 000187. It did have a get up to would it go up to 00019. So a bit of buying there. And there was our old friend, a number of things, was back in there buying at the bottom. He's back into Axion with a billion Axion. So congrats to him, I guess. Buying low, selling high. So there we are. That's how it rolls. We've got total liquidity 6.5 million, daily volume 372. Obviously this is all on the low side, but given our price, where price is, and wrapped ETH there 1,252, and pulled Axion 17.3 billion. So those are both up slightly too. We can see that what buys we're getting in at the moment. Now, coming back from the market, let's have a quick look here. Let's go into the full chart, and you can see that we have got a bit more bullish on the CCI, and the MACD's bullish too. So our indicators are bullish, and obviously we get on a bit of a rise on the chart as well. We are back over. We bounced off the long-term support. So we talked about the yellow line being long-term support. That's when we broke out. When we broke out on the yellow line. Have I got on the day? I'm on the hourly, so I have to go back to the daily there. Let me just repeat this. I have to redo that again. Let me just scroll that out. Hooray! So there we are, just scrolling that out. I've really messed this chart up, haven't I? Let me just refresh this chart again. I was on the hourly, sorry about that. Let's jump back in there again. That happens, folks, when you're doing live streams. Boom. Just like that. Hey, welcome everybody. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like and share, hit the bell for further notifications. And John Robinson's in the house. Hi folks. Hi John. Good to see you here today. And boy, it's a bit like the after a big storm's just gone through the country or the city, and here we are on the other side. It's a bit like that, isn't it? So let's have a look here. So this is better actually. That was a 1 hour chart. Apologise about that. So we're actually our daily signals are still on the negative, but our hourly signals are on positive. Our CCI is still at the bottom there below, and the MACD is still below. But we are having a bit of a green candle today, and the last 4 hours or so have shown a bit of a price rise. There we are. We did bounce off the very minimum long-term support, which you can see is that when we were trading sideways. We're at the bottom of that support, and we did bounce off that. That's a 00017 line, and unfortunately we broke the previous support, which was our previous resistance. So that's where we're up on Axion. And let's have a look here. Let's get out of there. Let's go back to the markets, have a quick look at the big markets. We'll quickly check back on the auction there. Yeah, everything looks the same, so nothing's changed there. We'll go back to the auction. So here we are, Bitcoin back to 39,400. That's actually pretty positive, but obviously we came back from 64, and we had a massive pullback from 64, which is pretty bearish. But hey, we've bounced back quite strong. We'll see what happens. But don't be amazed if the big whales are still playing their big games with the sell down. So let's have a quick look at the max period. So you can see that we're massive pullback to down there. So we pulled back down to. Let's just have a look here. This chart's not the best chart, unfortunately, to show that. But let's go to last high was a month ago. So let's go to the 90-day chart, and you can see what was our high. Our high was 64,800, and we've just recently, or we dropped down here. To about 36.7 on the Bitcoin, so that's a pretty big pullback. We're obviously 38.9% below the all-time high there, so that's the pullback there at the moment. So 40% pullback's pretty big, and we broke that 42,000, which was a very important support line, and then we broke that as well. And obviously you can see the redness over there the last 30 days, but still up 300% on the year. So there we are. Let's have a quick look at the Ethereum as well, just while we're waiting for some ETH to come into the auction. We're back at 2,600, which is not too bad, but we'd like to certainly get back up over 3,000. Would be pretty bullish, I would think. So we're down 25% on the 14 days, 32%, 33% on the 7-day, 13% on the 24-hour, but we're up in the last hour. And if we have a look here on the 7-day, so our previous high was $4,356 8 days ago. So we're down 40% from there. So pretty similar to Bitcoin, and that's where we're at the moment. Let's go to the 90-day. We can see that rise there. Boom, 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 boom. So this looks like a classic setup. This chart as well does look quite a setup, and you can see the false break up here. bounce up here and then a massive sell down. It looks like a real setup, that one. And we saw that in the charts. We saw boom, boom, boom. They were definitely selling and shorting the heck out of the price down here. And of course, the big boys are playing big boys games. And then obviously people are buying in, and they try to terrify you out of your crypto. So you get people selling out that are pretty, that fall for that trick. Sometimes it's just better to hold. Sometimes people think, if they sell, they can buy more down the bottom, but often a lot of people end up losing. Once again, I always talk about having a bit of US dollars, having a bit of your portfolio in US dollars as the market goes up, accumulate some US dollars. Now, these days, of course, in DeFi, you can put your US dollars and get earnings on it, so it's not like it's dead money. You can do that in the DeFi. Some quite reputable ones in crypto, so like Celsius and Aave and places like that. So there we are, folks. That's where we're at the moment. Looks like we're having a bit of a rebound. Let's see if we can hold it up here. 2,600 is still a pretty good price for Ethereum, but we are back. If we take it back, we are back in late April now, aren't we? So we're back here late April. That's where the price is back up to there at the moment. And obviously we'd been up there a couple of times. You can sort of see it's just dropped. TAs can be played out on at crypto, but you see that we've got a couple of points where we're already at 2,600 back here in April. So that's where we're back there, which we already had. That used to be resistance. So it's interesting that we're back there at the moment. So yeah, let's watch the space on that. And obviously it's the bit of the quiet before the storm. But don't be fooled if it does pull back. If you're looking at buying some cheap, hope you picked up some cheap, but remember, don't use all your bags. Maybe it's going to go down again, so your dollar cost average yourself down. Probably a good way to go. Cheers. All right, let's get back in the chat there. What we've got here. So Mr. Froz, my portfolio major down. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Froz. Hi, Axion Token. I was super sad earlier today, but somehow I feel a little bit better now, more positive. Hope everyone is well. Axion's still hanging tough. Hey, that's fine, Patricia. I mean, it's pretty normal. And the good thing with Axion is that you're getting your divs, and that's the big key. It's a bit like Hex. You just don't have to worry about it. You don't have to trade. The market's going to go through its cycles. The big players are going to play their games, and so forth. People are still going to speculate on those wild altcoins in an up market, and of course, a lot of them would have got stung with that. And this strategy, just going random altcoins, but fortunately, Axion pays you volume to offset that as well, and you just wait for the price to go back up. You're sitting there back here relaxed. If you're max shared, you're just getting the divs. Look at we had this big turmoil, and the auctions are doing pretty well with the sellout. So nothing to worry about there. You can be all calm and cool. Obviously, if you've got a few high risk assets in there, then you may have been hit pretty hard with that. But once again, it's good to get that risk management, being able to swap some into USD, keeping a look at the charts if you've got some speculative plays, and just try and get more information about when you need to switch back into US dollars. But like I say, a good strategy is always to take some profits as the market's rising, put that in US dollars, and then put that in some interest-bearing place to get returns on that as well. It's a good strategy, maybe a percentage of your portfolio. So there we are, and then of course you can buy when the market does pull back. You got some US dollars to go in and buy some cheap assets. It's a good way of going. All right, so looks like Axion's back up there. Now let's have a look at what we've got coming up now. We've got a regular auction coming up, 200 million. That's 37,000. That's coming up shortly in less than 30 minutes, and that's going to have 80% of the Ethereum's used to do market buybacks. So that should help lift the market. Now, obviously, there's quite a few people that are wanting to exit Axion will wait for that period and try to sell into the auction buybacks. We'll see whether that happens again today, or whether that's able to help to start off a stronger move back up in price. But definitely a good time to pick up tons of Axion at the moment. Obviously, markets go through cycles, so pretty. That's what happens. But Axion's got tons of awesome stuff coming up. So it's going to bode well. All the fundamentals of Axion going terrific. The price is the only thing that we've been that hasn't been in that big green tick, as it were. But it will get there at some stage, and then people will miss the boat. A lot of people will miss the boat on it because they'll have not have been following the fundamentals of Axion very well. So yeah. All right. So hey, we've got Prana says Prana's in the house. Hey, yo ho ho. Yo, Prana, good to see you. And Patricia saying hi to everybody. Mr. Fraz, John Robertson, SKB, Pizzo, Prana, nice positive vibes to listen to you, Superman, before bed. Hey, it's always a pleasure. And you're our favorite multitasker, and of course, it's always great to see you on Axion today. And staying up for the show is a true privilege. So thanks very much for that. Appreciate it. Prana hey Patricia Steer, I'm just as new to crypto as you. Scott Crosby's in the house. Hey Scott, woo! Superman, there you are, Scott, there you are. So it's good to see you, Scott. And Prana, wow, cool. And Patricia says hi, Scott, and a number of things is a whale again. Yeah, he's got $1 billion AXN back again, and he got some of it's not in profit yet, some of it cheap. He actually bought at the bottom of that cycle there, picked up another 400 million. So good on to them. He's playing the price well. Obviously, he would have got affected by the ETH price with the Ethereum portfolio. And he's going to have to wait till a lot of his portfolio gets a bit higher before he gets back into profit overall. But good on him. Excuse me, sorry about the cough there. And that's where we are. So we actually had a number of things in the chat just yesterday or the day before, so it was nice to see him in the chat there. We wish him well in his endeavours. We've got auction price, yeah, still sitting out there, and we've got 25 minutes to go. What else we got going on here? So we've got no news at the moment, but it's really the quiet before the storm. The team is beavering away at a lot of stuff. I did want to have a check out of some other stuff, but let me pull that up. So obviously, you've had the airdrop of Sleepy Slot token. So I hope you're probably watching that. You got a small airdrop, but I think there's bright things for that over time. And obviously, we've got the SKRT airdrop coming up. I actually haven't seen what's happened to the price for that at the moment. Let's actually see it. We'll type that in here, and we'll have a look. See whether we can find. Here's the SKRT Securitas. Let's go check out and see what it's been doing. Obviously, it would have got impacted too by the market, and so there we are. So it's at 0.47. So it's still pretty awesome, actually. Look at that. That's actually holding up pretty well. That's strong hands. Strong hands. That's actually a really good result. Wow. That's really cool. I'm presuming this is the right token, but if this is, I'm presuming it's the right one. So that's because I remember there was a false one, I think, on Dextools. So I believe this is the right one. So in any case, this looks like where it is at the moment. I could be wrong about this, but I think that's where it is. I'll double check that for the next live stream, perhaps. But that's the one I think is correct. All right, so let's go back here. Let's have a quick look around up at the market. Let's go back to the auction there. Nothing else in the auction left. We've got 23 minutes to go, and we're doing pretty well. Let's get the calculator out again. Hey, welcome to the chat, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the live stream for Axion auctions. We do them every day, and so they're always a bit of fun because you never know what's going to happen, and that's part of the fun, right? 26 divided by 32.86. And that gives us 79% sold out at the moment. So that's pretty good. That's up at my good level. Remember, my okay level is 30-40% because you're still getting okay dividends. But the 70 plus is 70-80 plus is really where it's a good auction, and you're getting some pretty stellar dividends. And there we are. We're doing pretty well. We're up at the 80% mark already. So we'll watch that. We've got a little bit of room there. If you want to get in there, you can get in there. The gas has come back a lot more reasonable. Let me open up the gas page so we can all check that out as well. Let us know what country in the world you're from if you're watching. We always appreciate that. We've got South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, India, America, UK. So just check that out. Here's the gas at the moment. It's come down. It's a lot more reasonable, especially good for the auctions. Like I say, we're lucky the auction's over 24 hours because earlier in the auction, the Gwei price went up over 2,000. I was watching it at the moment. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw 2,000 Gwei coming up. And here we are at 72. Let's go have a look at the history, in fact, as we do it. So now at 72 Gwei, to do a Uniswap buy is about $20-$25 on fast. And let's have a look on the OpenSea is kind of the closest one to an auction. It's got here about $71, so it might be about $80 or $90, but then the actual price is always about 70-80% of the indicated price on MetaMask. So it'll be something in there like that, so you can test it out. But let's go down to the prices here. Here we are, folks. So we back here in the absolute huge congestion on the Ethereum chain. We had 429 average, I think it's an average. 1429, 126. Yeah, it'd be an average because it hasn't got the peak there. 429, 126, folks. That is incredible. And then 672, 511, and it's just sort of been decreasing a little bit of spike back, and now we're back down to 79. Thank goodness it's at the end of our auction. So cool to have that at the end of the auction. We started once again. Remember, we started around 54, 253 is when we started the auction, and now we're down to far more reasonable for our sniping hour. So it's actually played well for us in those terms. Much easier for people to enter. So it is a better time to enter the one there. So let's have a quick look here. I always get behind on the chats. Let's have a look here. Well, I think we have to refresh the page. It might be out of cycle here. I think John Scott, someone said something. Let me just look. The past 24 hours was definitely crazy, says Prana. The crypto market dropping in many coins, over 40% within 1 hour. Absolutely, Prana. And Scott Cosby, hey Patricia, Prana is just as quick right back up. Yeah, but let's not see. This does get manipulated, so let's just see what happens there with the price. Superman, I just put 4.5 ETH in about 30 minutes ago. That's awesome. Well done. That's Scott Crosby's in the house representing. He's the chief bidder today. That's a pretty good share of that. So well done. We'll hope you're going to get this record level stuff here, 15.1. That's pretty awesome. Let's see our record at the moment. 15.3 is the record. That's the 15th of May, but this is right up there. This will be the second biggest day. Today will be the result for the AXN. Plus, you get 10% Bitcoin back, of course. That's pretty epic. So let's go back down here. We'll check out some of the bids. We've got 37 minutes to go. I think we can go back 24 hours. Let's check this out while we're here. I do this only a couple times, but we'll have a look at some of the bids there. We had no bids to start off with, of course, because the gas was quite high. Then we got 1.2 bid from a dolphin, 3.7 from a shrimp there. These are really cool size accounts entering. Then we got one Ethereum from this dolphin. We got one Ethereum from another dolphin. So it really is the dolphins coming in big, and shrimps too. Half of ETH from a shrimp there. That was so and so time ago. And then we got fish coming in. These are really great to see all these people coming in. Really cool. 1 ETH. And then what else we got here? Dolphin came in, 3.8 ETH, and that's really good. That was about 8 hours ago. Now, remember, they all get 10% back of their Ethereum and wrapped Bitcoin, and then 85% goes to stakers. So if you're staked, you get that share of that wrapped Bitcoin, and 5% goes to the Axion Foundation team to do development and marketing. Then we had a shrimp come in, 0.7, and what else we have? 1.5 from a shark. So there we are. I think a lot of sharks have been sitting on the sidelines. I think the couple of days they had, days ago, they were quite active. It's good to get that diverse range of investors and all those new investors coming in. Very cool to see that. 1.3 ETH from the dolphin here, 3 ETH from the shark here. Very cool. Once again, they all get 10% back in wrapped Bitcoin. Then we had all these other bids coming in. Dolphin, another dolphin, 1 ETH, 1 ETH. A dolphin, another one, 0.7. Man, it's a real dolphin. Quite a few shrimps, but a lot of dolphins coming in there. And that was just a couple hours ago. So we had a real spur there about 3 hours ago into the VCA. And then we had, obviously, the fish here, 4.5 ETH. Very cool indeed. Once again, they get 10% back. So they put in 12,000. They got $1,100 back. Very cool. And where are we up to here? So look at that big stake there too. Shrimp upgrading to become a dolphin. 41 million stake. Like it a lot. That's pretty cool. So that's where we're at, folks. That's a big review of all the bidders that went into today's auction. And we've got 17 minutes to go. And we've still got 20% of the room left. So a bit of ETH to go. What's that? 4, 6, just over 6 ETH left to get in there. So all the best, Scott. We'll see how you get on with that one, but it looks pretty bullish to me. Prana Dex Tools now allows you to save 10 cryptos and your favorites. It used to be 4. Yeah, 4 was annoying, so it's good it's 10. I'll probably save a few more there now. Thanks for the heads up there, Prana. So yeah, awesome stuff. Dex Tools, hi Patricia, get rejuvenated, says Pizzo. Absolutely. SKP, Dex Tools rules. Yeah, Dex Tools pretty cool there, SKP. I've actually got a friend of mine who's a premium member. He's a real cool guy. John Atkins, hi everyone. And Prana SKRT has the correct address in their Discord announcements. Yeah, I'll check that out again, make sure I've got the right one. Scott Crosby, Patricia Steer, crypto is going to come back bigger than ever. Oh, Nike, Scott, that's awesome. Mr. Frost, hi Patricia, SK to beat Wakanda with two little little paw prints there. That's very cute, SKB. And Music Miracles in the house. Been a while. Got 5 million Axion for approximately 1,000, including gas. So about $200 per million. Pretty sweet. Want some liquid? Hey, nice one there, Music Miracles. Well done on that one. That's a good take up. Once Axion Vision 3 comes out, I'm really going to be struggling to see the price back down at these levels, to be honest. So I think this, like I keep saying it, I'm not sure how long this period's going to last, but people that get the Axion at this stage are going to be really happy about it in the future. Scott Crosby, love it, Axion all the way. Hey Scott, you're a true, hope you got a t-shirt, Scott, because you're a true Axionite there. My first auction, so when it's over, I'll do stake my coins then. Yeah, so you're going to stake them when you do. Oh, there's a 1.5 ETH there. Looks like it's gone in there. So I'm going to refresh the page. Sometimes the API needs a little refreshing. There we are. So 27.49. Woo! 27.49. We're getting up there. That's pretty awesome. Let's do the percentages again. Do the math. So 27.49. We're going to sell this out. I'm sure of it, because it's just too good to let down, especially if you're a established player. Excuse me. It's 84.4%. 84.4% sold. So we're just looking at a bit more, 16%. We're getting there, and we've got plenty of time to go. Under 15 minutes now. So very cool. So what you do on the auction page, you've got your bid in here, Scott. And at the end of the auction, you'll just withdraw it and stake it for the period. So obviously there's an Ethereum fee to go in and an Ethereum fee to come out. Fortunately for you, Scott, at the moment the gas fee's gone down to 70. Obviously you can wait. You don't have to do it straight away. You can actually wait to stake and withdraw and stake it. So you're no rush. You can just wait for lower GWI. But obviously the GWI has come down at the moment to 60, 70. It might get down to 50, 40, who knows. But you just know, at the moment with the volatility in the market, it's hard to tell. But yeah, that's the case. And obviously we've got a regular auction starting. The sooner you stake, the better. But basically at the end of the auction, you can withdraw and stake it from the auction page. And then after you've done that, it will go to your staking page, and you can go down the bottom, and then you'll see your stake in place. Obviously minimum for VCA is 120 days, maximum is 5555 days. And obviously, Scott, you know everything about Axion. So there we are. Hopefully that helps, just that little bit about the auction there. But great that you're in the auction, and well done. What a day to pick the second best ratio of Axion per ETH. You picked a good day on that one. So very cool. John Atkins could not resist, just put in a bit as well. John Atkins says, well done, John Atkins. Man, we got some real troopers in this chat, regulars as well. They're true Axionites, and most of them are getting the best ratios, and they'll come home to roost in the future. Though that difference will be pretty excellent. Brian says, excellent VCA, thanks bidders. Oh, awesome. John Atkins says, my fee to bid was $56, which is not too bad, given if you're doing a decent sum. So that's not too bad. Obviously, it's going to be cheap as chips later when we get Axion Version 3, folks. Going into the auction is going to be cheap as chips. So it'll probably be at least 20% of that, maybe $10 or something. Obviously, it's they can't tweak the auction entries as efficiently as they can the staking, because staking will get down to super low. At 200 GWI, staking was going to get down to like $6 to $8 was the indication. So you can imagine at 50 GWI or 40 GWI, you're talking about $1 or $2, $3, something like in that range, that smaller range. So awesome. I may put one more ETH in if it's not sold out. Oh, nice move there, Scott. Yeah, this is second best ratio, like we say. I think that's a good move. And let's have a look here on here. Let's have a look. So we're 27. Look at that ratio, 15.1 plus 10% wrap Bitcoin back. I think that's pretty cool. Bitcoin is actually holding up towards this 40,000 mark. It's a pretty interesting position that Bitcoin is at. This is actually quite interesting. It says a lot about what the big players are doing. That's why I'm saying it's interesting, because they really do affect the chart. Now, I did see some a YouTuber out there who's been pretty good with the predictions, saying that this looks like the whole pattern looks like it's been managed according to, I can't remember what Madoff's trading pattern, and it does fit pretty well to that. So that was an interesting one. Someone did put that in Discord as well. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out in Discord. It's a pretty good video, and it is pretty compelling analysis as well. So we'll watch out, see whether Scott ends up putting one more ETH in there. and so forth. So pretty cool. That's where we're at. Make sure that I'm up to date here. Yeah, looking good. All right. So that's the Gwei's looking quite good now at the moment. 60 now. It's even dropped further. Man, if you can hold this below, you could even probably end up staking sooner than later. But yeah, like I say, look at that, 61 now. Staking that's not too bad, especially if it gets into the 50s, 40s. Obviously, it goes down quite a bit. But there we are. So with swaps getting cheaper as well. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's have a look at the price again. I'll get rid of that one. Let's go back in time. Go back to AXN. I think we're back to AXN. Hex has managed to stay up relatively. It did have a 20% pullback, but it's easy to spike the Hex price given the liquidity. But it's back up there at 0.48. That's interesting. It was one of the few tokens that held up, relatively speaking. Obviously, Quick was also, and Matic is also. Oh, Matic actually held up, but then it had a big pullback. Quick held up as well, but then it had a pullback as well. And obviously, Wise just goes back down with Ethereum, and that's rising because Ethereum's rising, so it's back up as well. So those are the chief share-based tokens. They're the big ones in the market of crypto. What we call the value tokens. Yeah, so good stuff there. I was going to show one more thing, but I'm not actually on the page. Let's go back to the auction and just watch that. So last 10 minutes, folks. Last 10 minutes. Here we go. Sniping time. And don't forget, after this, we've got a regular auction starting. That's 200 million. And if you want to get 10% bonus for that, you can just hit the link below. And you can get 10% bonus in AXN for that. Plus, you potentially get up to 10% discount on the market price as well, just like you do with the venture capital auctions here. It's 15.1 million AXN per ETH, and it's looking good. Grab yourself a hot cocoa or beverage or something like that. Just sit back, relax, enjoy yourself, and obviously lots of great people from the community in the chat. So feel free to chat away to them as well. Let's give it. I put what's it? Dang, big players messing around with crypto. Yeah, I mean that's typically the case. I mean crypto, particularly Bitcoin, is held, by a big chunk of it's held by a few people. The Voss brothers and a few others. So I probably said their name wrong, but they're held by them, and they can trade out the patterns. I just took a big bag out of Hex to put in AXN. Oh, nice one, Scott. Nice one. So obviously we talked about Pulsechain as well. Pulsechain's coming up. Obviously the sacrifice. There's two stages of Pulsechain. There's the sacrifice stage, which runs for 30 days, and then a couple of days afterwards for calibration, 1 or 2 days, and then the third day after that is then allocation. There's going to be a website for it. You can log in with your MetaMask wallet and then select the addresses that you're going to sacrifice to. It's all going to be on the blockchain and verifiable. And then people are going to be able to sacrifice whatever particular tokens they want to do and to get Pulse. And the reason why you're going to do that is because basically 1 to 10,000 is going to be given for the Pulse side on that side. And so that's the first stage. The second stage is mainnet after that. Pulsechain mainnet is after that. And that's going to follow hopefully pretty soon afterwards. So we're looking probably at the next 2 months to 3 months, somewhere in that range. As the two launch phases, and so that's the second phase is going to have a copy of all the ERC20s, barring a cut 1 or 2, and Axion and Wise may be those 1 or 2. A good chance of that. We'll find out ultimately at the end of the day. But basically, if you've got a copy of ERC20, that will be copied over onto the Pulse chain. So that'll be a free airdrop, basically the biggest drop in history, people are calling it. And obviously, Ethereum will get a decent Pulse amount as well, different from the ERC20s. I think it's 1 for 1. And so we're going to see what happens there. And then this price discovery will be in place. So it'll be price discovery pretty much for all of them, from what I can tell. And in particular, Pulse But there's a lot of money to be had, and that's where the speculation is. And it could be an ETH chain. It's going to be obviously designed to be way cheaper, super cheap, and it's designed to have at least 4 times the throughput as well. So we'll see, and it's supposed to have one other special feature. We'll see what that is, but we'll watch out for that. It's something that's a value add for the community, so we'll keep you posted about that as it grows. So that's Pulsechain, and that's probably the biggest event coming up, to be honest. And I think that's pretty a wide open opportunity. So we'll watch that space. Your basic strategy, you can do nothing and just get a copy of all your ECR20s, plus a few other tokens that are not on ETH chain, and maybe all the top leaders type thing. Or you can actually get involved in the sacrifice, which is quite a speculative play, but the potential's huge upside on that one. So some people are just doing a little bit into that, and that just get a bit of pulse. It's probably the best way, because you get 10,000 to 1 as opposed to getting the copy. You only get 1 10,000, sort of like the opposite. So you don't get a lot of pulse for that, is my understanding for that. So anyway, we're at 27.49. Let's refresh there. We're in the last 6 minutes, folks. This is when it gets fun. Who's going to jump in there? Jump! So we'll watch that. It's going to be pretty cool. And the Gwei's come down. We're back down here, so it's much cheaper to get into now. Plus, when you get a notification from MetaMask, it's an indication. Typically, it comes in 70-80% of that, depending what's happening with the Gwei, how long it takes and stuff. So there we are. That's actually playing in really well for the sniping close. I'm sure you'll agree. Looking cool. Let's jump back there. I just don't want to miss anything on the thing. So the last 5 minutes is coming up. Here we go. We're counting down there. 5 seconds to the last 5 minutes. Even counting down the last 5 minutes. It's crazy stuff. And let's watch this. Here we go. 5 minutes, folks. So cheers. I'm sure we'll get some action here. Now remember, 85% of this Ethereum goes to wrap Bitcoin. So if you're staked in Axion, you'll be earning the wrap Bitcoin in real time. So as the ETH enters, goes onto Uniswap, buys wrap Bitcoin, and it distributes it back to stakers, 85% of it. And so if you're new to Axion, you're not staked, either get into one of these auctions. We've got regular auctions and VCA auctions. Or just buy some on Uniswap and get it staked. There are obviously more rewards going into the auctions. You just have to wait for 24 hours until it finishes, and or whenever you entered, and then you have to withdraw and stake it. There's 2 fees: a fee for going in and a fee for going out. So obviously the lower the gas price at the moment, the better. Or you can just buy on Uniswap is another way of doing it. But you don't get all the bonuses that way. So just take that into account. If you're a smaller investor, maybe you got $1,500 or less, we typically recommend going into Uniswap and buying a bit cheaper. Obviously, you're missing out on the rewards that are kind of play each other off at the moment. But the amount of Axion that you're getting at the moment is super duper. So if you're looking at getting into Axion and staking, good time to pick up Axion, because you're getting huge amounts. And once the price starts moving up, these amounts will suddenly decrease dramatically. They really start to fall big time. So you won't get these huge amounts of Axion. So it really is for the people. What's the typical thing? Buy low, right? Buy low, and that's what's happening right now. All the fundamentals are going super well, so it should give you a lot of confidence. We're well into our 7th month now of Axion, so there we are. And the auctions sell out really well. The dividends keep coming in. It's fairly nicely structured, and there's lots of stuff coming up. Obviously, Axion 3.0 is huge, and I'm really looking forward to that, because that's going to dramatically reduce the fees dramatically and be the #1 solution, as far as I can tell, on the Ethereum blockchain in responding to that, without having to fork the chain or launch on other launch pads like other value tokens have had to do. So pretty awesome stuff there. Let's go back to the chat there. Mr. Frost says, Axion price major concern, sir. We are back to where we started 6 months back. Yeah, like I say, we'll see how long that lasts for, Mr. Farage. That's the only thing that's lagging at the moment. And obviously the auctions are sucking in a lot of the Ethereum because of the benefits are so good. But there is, I think there's there's some more ETH in there. Woohoo! So we've got 2.5 minutes. We just got some more ETH, 29.49. We're at $79,291. Pretty cool there. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. 29.49. And let's have a look. 29.49. divided by 32.87, and that's giving us 89.7% sold out. Very cool. We like that a lot. Let's go to the other one there. It hasn't even shown up on the Axion dashboard there. Let me just refresh that page, and we'll see where that goes. So once again, we'll have the person that bid in. We'll see that when they come up. It might have been Scott, of course. Scott Crosby says refresh. May have very well have been Scott there, but that's pretty cool if it was you, Scott. Well done. That's a pretty good. You're gonna bag heaps, Scott. Well done, mate. I think you're gonna be laughing yourself silly in the future with these bags for sure. That's pretty cool. 1 minute 40. Just refresh that one. 31.29. Whoa, we're up already. Another one. So we'll get even higher. That happened even faster. So let me refresh this page again. Man, that's crazy. We're at the last minute and a half, and we're already getting well up there. I just refreshed the page. Let's see. 31.29. Wow, we're just about there, folks. Essentially sold out. We've only got another ETH and a half to go left in there. So that's pretty awesome stuff. Let me go to the calculator again. 31.29, and we've still got a minute to go. Divided by 32.87. So we're at 95.2%. Let's see how we're going. I don't want to lose out on this one here. I'll refresh it 30 seconds to make sure we're going. So that's pretty awesome. Superman, you sound like you can be a great auctioneer. Hey, thanks, Brana. It's funny. And Pranam here, bit. Yeah, that's a bit like that, isn't it? Probably the Kiwi accent as well, playing into that. We tend to have a kind of a mix between a deep and a high tone together in our accents. You can comment on that if you want in the chat, but it's kind of a mixture between a deep tone and a high pitched tone. It's pretty funny. All right, so 21 seconds. We'll just refresh there. Looking pretty good. I mean, this is a pretty good result. 31. We got 1.8. With the 31.2 Ethereum, we've actually bought 2.1 Bitcoin. Pretty awesome. Now the timing clock's just about finished. We've got about 2 seconds to go. But as we know, a minute or so afterwards, Ethereum can still come in. So we'll see if that happens. 31.29 versus 32.9. Very cool day. What a great auction day for sure. We're at 95.2% sold out on my calculator. And there we are. So we'll see if actually something sneaks in that last minute. And we'll watch that one. And so congratulations to Scott Crosby. What's that? 15.1 million AXN per ETH. You're going to be laughing yourself silly. I think you picked up a huge bag for that with the amount of ETH that you put in there. And well done. Second best day ever in the auctions that I can tell. And that's huge. Plus a 10% back in wrap Bitcoin immediately to your wallet. You'll be smiling, I'm sure. And I can only see the price really start to lift. We've got the regular auction starting, so 80% of that Ethereum is going to start buying in there. And let's see if we can finally get on that move up from this, like Mr. Faraz says, this original low level that we're at. So pretty cool. Let's refresh this page. 31.29 in there. Going to connect on that one. And once again, you'll be able to withdraw that, Scott, from the auction page and stake that for the period that you want. When you want, you don't have to do it, under no rush to do it. But obviously, the sooner you do it, the quicker you start earning dividends on it. The other thing is, of course, is that that will end up showing in your staking page after you've done that on the auction page, withdrawn and staked it. It then goes to the auction, the staking page where your stake will be. The gas is looking pretty good though, 56, 53, so it's actually not too bad. Actually staking at the moment, given where the gas price has been. So we've seen, look at this horrendous last day of the gas. So this is actually a nice reprieve, perfect timing at the end of the auction and start of the new one there. We're going to refresh this. I think that's so 1.7898 Bitcoin paid to stakers. That's awesome. We're going to check out all the high level details. Okay, so auction day 188 has just started. It's a regular auction, 200 million AXN, $38,460 worth. We need 12.88 Ethereum to sell out. Let's see if it gets sniped at the beginning. First in, first served. And we've got that 90% soft cap, which helps to guarantee you, or not guarantee you, it helps to get you that 10% discount to market. Plus, you get 10% bonus of AXN. If you want to enter this auction, feel free to use the link in the video description. Of course, you can self-refer and get up to 20% bonus, so you choose the way you want to go there. The Uniswap rate is 13.8 million per ETH, but this auction rate is just under 15.2 million, pretty much the same as what we just had. That sometimes those figures do update, but we're well into that. So this is auction day 188. Regular auction has just started, 200 million. We pretty much just sold out the last VCA. There's only a little bit that will be rolled over to Friday, and we'll check that out as well. Now the gas prices are not too bad at the moment. We even saw that they got down to 50 there for a while. Watch that. That could be even cheaper. Obviously, the lower you get that in, the easier it is to withdraw and stake from the auction. Easier it is to enter the auction, and so therefore. All right, so let's just scroll down here. We can see that we've got the regular auctions that started. I'll just refresh this page. This is the official Axion staking platform we're looking at now, because I want to look at the Friday VCA coming up, which will be VCA28. We've already got 1 ETH in the regular auction. Boom! 1 ETH already in the regular auction. That's fantastic. That means that 80% of that Ethereum goes onto the market. So let's go to the market now. We can probably see that there. There it is there. So 80% of 1 ETH is 0.8 ETH. And we've got the BF8C. That's the auction buying address. And that's already lifted the market price up there a bit. So we'll watch that. So this is actually going to help lift the price. We'll see if anybody wants to sell into it. Obviously, we had a term, the market big pullback. Sometimes you get people sitting on the sideline waiting for the regular auction to start so they can sell into it. We'll see if that happens. But that's just some people. Sometimes it may not happen. Sometimes it doesn't happen. So we'll just see what the sentiment is there. Obviously the price is lower, so people are really selling at a loss if they're doing that. They may not sell in, they may go, well, the market's looking pretty bullish, so I might just stay in. So you get all these sort of mind games going on with each investor, especially short-term investors. So there we are. Let me just connect that again. We've got some interesting stuff here. We're going to scroll that down. So 1 ETH in there already. Very cool. Go back to here. I don't know if that's actually refreshed. The API is not refreshing on that dashboard. Not sure why that is. Let's update there. Yeah, awesome stuff. It was a fish that bid in there too. You can see a fish bid in 1 ETH. Very cool. Now, what we've got coming up is we've got 1.144 billion Axion. It's a mega auction. Now that's way lower than what it used to be. If it stays similar to that, last time we had a mega one, we were at where were we up here? It's not even on this page. We had 1.9 billion, and so we've dropped down to 1.14. That's a huge drop. That's a super bullish sign. And then the previous one, we were at 2.1 billion for mega auctions, and we just sold out pretty much this one. There's only a little bit to float over to the VCA, mega VCA, which will be mega's VCA28 on Friday, the 21st of May. So watch out for that. That's going to be pretty interesting. That's got a back-to-back as well. We've got 500 million Axion following that on the 22nd. So it's going to be interesting stuff there going on with that. But already we've kicked off, only a couple minutes in, we've already got 1 ETH in. Pretty exciting. And those ratios. We'll see if that ratio stays there. Obviously with the auction buybacks in this one, they can actually help to start a momentum upwards and actually change the ratio, the auction ratio eventually as well. Alright, let's go to the chat there. Let's check out, see what happened with Scott. Scott may have told us something. Please no overbid for auction bidders. Yeah, that's right. Scott says 83 million Axion. You can't beat that. Well done, Scott, man. That's crazy good. Well done to you. That's epic. You will be happy with that from time to time to come. That's going to be so good. And the 10% wrap Bitcoin too. That's a really nice cash back as well. Immediately to your wallet. And you can either hold that or do something else with it. So pretty cool. Alex says, haha, nice deal for everyone. Says Alex, absolutely good to see you, Alex. Alex is our moderator. F Bam, Bam Bam's in the house. Good morning, sweet man. Everybody, Axion Nation. Absolutely, F Bam's always good to see you. John Atkins, well done, Scott. That's really good. That is epic, Scott. Really is. And I'm sure you're going to be laughing about that in the future. Prana, big clap out for you. So awesome stuff. Obviously. Here we got the current regular auction in. We're waiting for 12.83. These typically get sold out for like hotcakes because it's first and first served, and we need 12.83 ETH to sell it out. And first opening salvo, of course, was a shrimp, wasn't it? It was a shrimp. Let's go check it out. We've got a different bid. See, it's green for a regular auction, and the bids are orange for a VCA or venture capital auction. So you can tell the difference there. So the green one there, 1 ETH there from a fish. That's a new little fish investor. Very cool, 2,700, and they're after that sweet Axion bonus. So pretty cool there. And that was 6 minutes ago, and we're at 9 minutes in. So presumably they intentionally went into the regular auction as opposed to accidentally missing the venture capital auction and rolling into the regular one there. Sometimes that can happen time to time if people's transaction gets stuck. Can do that. So there we are waiting for that. Oh, we've got a bit more ETH in there. We're up to 1.69. So we're up to 6.69 ETH's just gone in there. Very cool. And nice one. Let's refresh this page as well. have to refresh the pages. You just have to bear with me on that one. And Scott Crosby, Dolphin now. Yes, you are, Dolphin. Woohoo! That's a good spot to be, Scott. Really good. Dolphins are, that's a pretty good spot. And it, bam, well done. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so there we are, 1.69. So it's the second investors is coming already, and we're only 8 minutes in. So very cool. So congrats. Excuse me, I just about choked on my drink there. Let me just find. I'm going to find something for Scott here. Let me have a look. Rocket. There we go. I even typed in. It doesn't even have it. Never mind. I don't even know what I'm doing there now. Heck, I don't have many to choose from, to be honest. Let's have a look there. So I'll post that. I think that works. Congrats, Scott. That's an icon for you. On fire icon for Scott there. So anyway, so here's the gas. It's down. So this is not too bad now, 50. So if you're withdrawing and staking, that's a good gas level to get in, especially after what we've seen lately. Obviously, you can try and wait and see whether you can get a lower gas period, 30, 40 gwei. But there we are. Let's roll up there. So yeah, we need 12.77. So the price is where's the price at the moment? Axion. Let's go to the 1 hour on the Axion and let's check that out. Let's go back to 1 hours and we can see the more granular stuff there. So we just keep continuing to rise, and of course with the auction market buybacks, 80% of that goes on to market buys. So we're just continuing to climb there slowly off that there. Let's see what little bump that has been off the very bottom, and we're up about 18.21%. So when you're on a low base, you move up a certain amount. That's a big percentage gain. So remember that, folks. When you're at this level, really the percentage gains are quite impressive. So they're 18.21%, not bad. And heading up towards the bottom of that Bollinger Band. We bounced off that long-term support, and that's looking good. Certainly bullish on the indicators there for the hourly chart. And we'll go back here. Let's see whether we can find the other second one. So here's that second buy. Remember, 80%, we had 0.69 come in. So that was 0.552 was bought on the market, 7.5 million. And then we've got another market buy just by somebody else here at 4 million buying on there as well. So that's really good there. Let's see where we can go. We might get a little rally, folks. We might get a little rally as long as Ethereum and Bitcoin holds some stability. Bitcoin's just back over 40,000 now. Interesting stuff there. To watch this mark, this 40,000 mark's pretty interesting one. The fact I think that we're back at that mark is pretty interesting. And Ethereum at 2.7. Obviously, a big mark for Ethereum is getting over that 3,000. That's sort of, especially 3,200 would be rather bullish. And Binance is starting to climb. Man, it was cheapest tips getting back into Binance because I'm actually pretty bullish on Binance. Cardano 165, and I'm super bullish on that. That's the one that I really like. Obviously, Dogecoin. I'm not really into meme coins. I just don't think there's a lot of value there. Polkadot's obviously decent, and Litecoin's been around. That does its thing. So there's probably a bit of upside in Litecoin. Uniswap's pretty solid. And yeah, Polygon, as I said, has been a pretty good winner. And I think that's going to rally again back over $2. I'm expecting, if as long as Ethereum that hold, I'm expecting Polygon to actually rally again, probably try to push up to $2.50 or more. So watch Polygon on that one. So that's interesting stuff there. VeChain, I like VeChain long term. Obviously, it's down 30%, but VeChain's kind of long term, decent one. And Tron's very volatile, and it's I like it's fast and that, but it's got there's not a lot of stuff on it that I like. It's very speculative, Tron, but it is a very fast network. I do like that part of it. And obviously, AV's pretty good. And then look at Shiba, the meme coin surviving, quadruple 014. Boy, that is down dramatically. And I'll be interested to see if that actually survives. I feel that it's just going to die, but watch the space. It might have another little pump. And then I'm not too confident about that one. And then yeah, so interesting stuff there. Just thought I'd go through that quickly. And let's go back to the auction there. So there's that second bidder. Dolphin was the second bidder. And then we've got someone that's a shark staked out 15 million, 555. And then a fish staked out 83.34 million for 555. Pretty cool stuff there. Max shared, awesome stuff. And well done. And super well done to Scott, who's in the chat. Let's have a quick look here. I've got to remember that I've got to look at the screen sometimes. Sometimes when you're looking at the other screens, you forget to look at the camera. So I do apologise for that. Let's have a look here. It's going to be fun doing a Dolphin. Sinners are winners. Hey, wild to come. Been a while since seen you. I actually made a bid on the VCA, but got rolled over into the regular one. Yeah, I commented on that. I said I presumed that that bid was for the regular auction, but it could have been for the VCA. I did make that comment. Sorry to hear about that. Sinners are winners. You definitely would have got in there too. I think there was enough room for you. So I'm sorry to hear about that. You will be getting, presumably, if you used a referral link, you would have got the 10% bonus. I hope you had done that, and that would at least help to take out some of the issues, because a lot of people do try to get into these regular auctions. They are very popular, so it's not the end of the world with the 10% bonus. So hopefully you did get the referral bonus there. Hopefully you will get a good deal there too. Yeah, and that's the other side of it. Hopefully you'll get a good deal anywhere up, anything like 14-15 million. That's fantastic. That's record-setting stuff, and you can see that in the past week. Sniping in the last few minutes carries some risk. It does. Obviously, the most famous one is Sheldon Evans, who put 50 ETH in, and it wasn't fast enough, and that rolled over and gave us the lowest auction of all time. The auction went to 250 Axion per ETH. We're getting 15.1 here. That was only 250,000 Axion per ETH. I remember it was just mind-blowing. Maybe it was 275, 250, 275, somewhere in there. It was pretty mind-blowing. That was a 50 Ethereum. Imagine putting 50 Ethereum and missing the auction. That's the case. So I know I was waiting for more ETH coming into my wallet from places. All good though. More coming up. Hey, that's cool. There is heaps of stuff. The Mega VCA is coming up. That's going to probably be pretty good. We'll just see where the price heads, of course. We're getting a lot of that stuff staking now. Look at all these stakes coming in. Dolphin just 18 million. So that's probably all coming out of the VCA stuff, I imagine. At the moment. So let me just refresh this page. So still sitting at 1.69. And looks like that's where we're at the moment. So let's just scroll down here. Alex Case, Jake from Stake. Yeah, yes, we did. Did we sell out the last auction? Yeah, we did. Yeah, I mean, it was about a percentage and a half or 2% or something short, but that just gets rolled over to Friday. So pretty much sold out. Nice cheap Axion. Kareem Batliner, hey, welcome. Quick question. If I bought, let's say, 1 ETH of Axion in the last auction, then I should get 0.1 ETH of wrapped Bitcoin to your wallet. That's correct. So make sure you've got wrapped Bitcoin showing in your wallet. You might need to add that wrapped Bitcoin in as a token if you don't see it. So Kuma Breath, is that correct? Prana says, yep, correct, 10% back in wrapped Bitcoin. Yeah, so venture capital auctions, you get, if you put a bid into the venture capital auction, you get 10% of that Ethereum back as wrapped Bitcoin immediately to your MetaMask wallet. Obviously, it goes into the auction, then it goes onto Uniswap, buys wrapped Bitcoin, and then it distributes that 10% back to you to your MetaMask wallet. So just check your MetaMask wallet for that. Let us know in the chat once you've checked it and you see it there. And Jake from, yes, in your MetaMask directly. I did add it, but it does not add up to 10%. I think I did get to 10%. I'm not 100% sure though. You all should have got the 10%. And you can actually. But this is the Axion BTC site. This is the website that I've got. I do have to do a few updates for it, but we'll go to the Axion official site here, and you can go and you can actually see the addresses here where it goes into. So here's the Axion staking smart contracts. So they come out of these ones here. BF8C is the one that you see buying on Uniswap. So you can see that BF8C is that one. So you can see that's BF8C there. So it's one of these two. You can go and actually see the blockchain transaction. So you can check that out. So feel free to go down and check that one. So that might be helpful as well for you. You can actually see the blockchain transaction. You can actually see your bid as well, track your bid down. But if you click on your hash on your bid that you put in, that should show you all those details anyway. Just use the hash. You don't actually need to go to the website there, but you can do that. Yeah, I saw the notification pop up live showing you 83 max share stake, Scott. Well done, Scott, on that one. Super duper. That's definitely one of the auction highlights on this channel. Awesome stuff there, Scott. Great deal to do. 5555. Absolutely. Prana says nice, nice. And Jake from the State Farm. Good job, Scott. Yeah, epic stuff. So well done. All right, so let's go back here. Oh, we're up to 3.69. Woohoo! Yeah. Get up and do it. Oh, whatever that is. I'm not sure what I was trying to sing there. 3.69. We're up at 10,000 US dollars. Yay! Now 3.69 over 13 ETH. Very cool. 30 million Axions been bought on the market and given to stakers. Very cool. $5,780. So that's 80%. Remember, in regular auctions, it's different from VCA or venture capital auctions. 80% of the ETH is actually gone to buy AXN on the market, and that gets distributed back to stakers like you and me. If you're not staked in AXN and you're new to AXN, either enter one of these auctions. You've got a venture capital auction where you get 10% wrap Bitcoin back plus a 10% discount on market potentially, and then also the regular auctions, which what we've got now on at the moment, you get 10% bonus with AXN if you use a referral link, and also you get potentially up to 10% discount. You can self-refer yourself, but if you're new to AXN, that might be a bit complicated, but you can always ask about that in Discord and in the chat there. All right, so that's where we're at. Looking good. 15.1 million too. Looking good, and the auction price is 10% cheaper. Awesome stuff there. So huge bonuses getting into the auctions. Good way to get in. Once you withdraw out of the auction, of course, you have to stake it. A minimum of 120 days for VCA, a minimum of 60 days for a regular auction. Obviously, a lot of people, vast majority of people stake for a long time. They either do a staking ladder where they have investment staking in different periods, or they stake for 15.2 years, 5,555 days, which is what we call the max share club, and they earn the most shares by doing that. Well over 300% more shares on longer pays better. So it's a huge deal indeed for that. So that's why you see people max staking for 5,555 days. And in return, they pretty much get lots more shares, and they get more of the wrapped Bitcoin that comes through the 4 VCAs we have per week. And they also get more of the AXN that comes in 3 times per week. So pretty excellent. We've got a mega VCA coming up as well, coming up there on Friday, which is after this regular auction. 1.1 billion. Let's see how we do with that. We actually sell that down, then we are well ahead. So scarcity is starting to come and play, and that's looking good. So that's nice to see that. Let's have a look and see whether we can buy that buy. So that was that last buy that we had, 1.6 ETH there, and you can see BF8C. That's the address. So you can see the 3 auction buyers, 1, 2, 3, and that one there's just some individual investor in the mix there, but it's starting to push the price up there, and we haven't seen people selling into it, which is interesting. And so obviously when we're down at this price level, people would be selling at a loss. A lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people would be, so that does take that out. Also, the crypto market's on moving back up and solidifying. People are probably getting a bit more confidence back in as well. So you've got all these different psychologies playing on. The sum of them, of course, helps to determine whether we're going to get a net price increase, but it's looking good from my point of view. Bitcoin's back over 40,000. Ethereum's back up over 2,700. Especially if Ethereum can get back over that 3,000. It's got to hold it over there, right? There are big players at play. They do tend to obviously drive particular mega trends in the price, and sometimes even the market structure can be managed if they're clever enough. So we'll watch that as well. All right, Gwei is sitting down here in the 60s. We're waiting to sell out. We've already 22 minutes into the regular auction. We normally wrap it up about there, but we'll see how we go. Let's go back into the chat here. Going a bit longer now. We're up at 63 minutes, so I'll probably go a bit longer here. We might go to 30 minutes into the regular auction, and we might call it a night for that one. Normally I just do long live streams for the VCAs, and obviously we've got the mega VCA coming up tomorrow, so do join me for that. It's going to be very exciting. That could possibly be the last mega VCA we see for a while, because the amount's going down. 2.1 billion to 1.9 billion, now down to 1.1. It may get up as high as 1.2. We'll see by the time we have the open, but really that's quite a game changer. Let's have a look here. Might just refresh the page too, just to make sure that I'm not missing any data. There we are. Refresh that. Refresh. Alright, so that looks like it's up to date there. Alright, let's go to the chat here. Just won't get too far behind. Kirima says should be fine, I guess. Scott Crosby. Now Axion can go to 1 penny. Yeah, that's right, Scott. You're right onto it. Katana TV locked in. Hey, Katana TV, good to see you. Locked on and tuned in. Hey, it's good to see you, Katana TV. And looking forward to Katana going up to Scott Crosby. I've been waiting on my Hex to come out so I could buy Axion before it goes too high. I got very lucky. You got good with the timing of the Axion and with the price pullback and with the gas just at the end of the auction. It's like awesome. That's like really cool to make when everything lines up like that is a really good thing. So once again, congrats, Scott. Jake from the state. I hope Axion goes to 1 cent. I can see definitely trade my car in. Yeah, that's right. Upgrade the car. I wouldn't mind getting a Tesla like one, a Model 3. They look pretty nice. Not the original, the first one. The first year when they came out, they had some terrible engineering. You know, things weren't done right because the first time they were rushing to make them, right? But now they're probably pretty. What's it called? A refinement? I can't remember what they call it. It's when they've got the engineering right and everything's got really nice. Everything's just like. I'm not even thinking properly, but all the car bodies all streamlined and all that sort of stuff. There's a term for it. I just can't remember what it is. Mr. Axion is our hope, sir. Says Mr. Faraz. Absolutely. John Atkins, Karimi. I just used the CoinMarketCap currency converter to convert my wrapped Bitcoin paid back today into ETH, and it was pretty well 10% of my ETH bid. Hey, what good one there, John. John Robertson. ETH and BTC are going up again. Jake from the State Farm, yay. Just look at the sats. If you put in 1 ETH, you'll get 0.1 in your wallet. Fine-tuned. Yeah, fine-tuned, that's the phrase. Good one there, Katana TV. That's where it is. So, right, so we're at 3.6. We're going to keep going for the next 5 minutes. So, hey, welcome to Axion Auctions. I hope you're enjoying yourself. They are fun. The only ones that I know of in crypto land where we get to do this every day. It's so much fun. And, of course, it's the dividends that we get out of the auction go back to stakers. So it really is. Axion's really alive every day. Those divs keep coming in and you can interact with them with the auctions. Pretty neat. If Elon will make his Tesla engineers work on improving Dodge, maybe they will have to slow down production of it. Nice one there, Alex. Yeah. All right, so let's see where that goes. I'm just trying to jump around to what was I going to look at? So don't forget, you've got your sleepy sloth airdrops. So check out. You might as well check that. It's on BSC chain. You can go to Dex.guru or somewhere like that. Pancake Swap. Check those out. The other thing is that we're also getting the SKRT airdrops for max share stakers. That's coming up. That's 30 days after the launch, and it will be at the price of the day that we get the airdrop. Apparently, so I can't. What day is it now? I think that's coming up pretty shortly. I'm not sure what day that is actually. I can't remember. I had it in my head, but I've lost it there. So anyway, that's where we're at. So that's coming up, and obviously we know there's so much stuff coming up for Axion. It really is going to be fun once that launch. Axion 3.0 is going to be exhilarating, I think, and transformative. It's going to open up so many investors into Axion. It's going to be so cool, and it will really fan the flame. People find out that the Axion team's managed to deal with a lot of the cost issues in its ecosystem, which is pretty neat. The other side of it, of course, there's other IEOs in the pipeline, and probably airdrops attached to that as well. The Max Share Club is going to get really lots of benefit. Let's go do some summary numbers before we wrap up. And we've got 275.4 billion supply. We've got 45.5 billion liquid. That includes 3 billion, which is really a contract wallet. So really we're at 42.5 billion liquid there. And that's probably up slightly. Maybe a whale had a stake come out. That's probably the case. And obviously we did VCA just come out. So staked amount 2298.8 billion. And we're at 83.47, which is actually higher if we take out that 3 billion. So that really needs to be adjusted for that. 754 is the crypto rank. 24,240 is stakes. 9.16 million is the average stake size. Average stake length is 2,256 days, which is looking really good. And we've watched that just go up and up with all the campaigns and stuff like that. Market cap is 18.16 million. So we're really in early, folks, for that. And the share rate is 1.15. We finally hit that 1.15. There we go on that one. Look, there's another 15 million has been max shared there. And you can see wrapped Bitcoin coming out. Axion is working very well from that point of view. And there's our auction again. We'll jump over to the shares. We've got 560 billion, so we hit that mark. We're at 555, I think, yesterday. You can watch the previous video, but I think that's where we were. 560 billion shares there, looking good. And we've got a max share club, 109.91 billion, almost at the 110 billion max share stake, which is an incredible number. 7,595 stakes, and we're at 110.84 wrap Bitcoin paid to stakers inside 27 VCAs. And it's at the current Bitcoin price of 40,000. That's just under 4.5 million US dollars. Cashed out almost 80 wrap Bitcoin by stakers. So that's the amount that's been paid to stakers. That's how much they've cashed out from the Axion staking platform. 30, almost 80 Bitcoin, and that's 3,200. Obviously, as Bitcoin goes up, all these numbers go up, and that's just the way it works. Right, so we've got about a minute and a half of this live stream left. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and that will probably wrap us up at 70 minutes we've been going, which is pretty neat, and it's turned out to be pretty fun. Bitcoin, the gas looks like it's just charging up there a little bit at the moment, so just keep monitoring the gas over the next wee while. All right, let's just do some of these final comments. Alex says, there was an interesting video from Charles Hoskin teaching him what is needed to make a high-performance blockchain using latest technology. Oh, that's interesting. Charles Hoskin is a genius. Oh, that's good to know. I've actually never heard of him. He said, use your best tester engineers and see you in a few years. That's nice. Scott Crosby, and I'm 3 million from Tiger Shark. Wow, really? Well, that seems like a reasonable goal to attain. You probably have a better chance of attaining it now that the share bonus thing's over too, Scott. So you probably got a better chance of maintaining that. Scott Crosby, dang it, I wish I looked. You might have to do one more small stake there, Scott. You might have to, this Friday VCA, Scott. This Friday VCA, get in there. That'd probably be if that gets sold out, then it's game changer, but you probably get a good rate in there. We'll just keep watching. Obviously, if you want to get the AXN more AXN, then you can go on today's regular auction, can't you? And get all the bonuses out of that, Scott. So that might be another thought for you, if depending on whether you want the wrap Bitcoin or the AXN. He's the founder of Cardano. Oh, that's right. That's Cardano TV was telling me about him, yeah, I think, and co-founder of ETH back in the day. Scott Crosby, yep. And at John Atkins, my stake just now was $128. Did you do? Okay. What way was that? John? What way did you price in it? John Crosby, I will make it happen. I like that. That's so determined. I will make that happen. Terminator. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Kudos to get as a shark. Let's go actually into the dashboard, and we'll actually look down here. We can actually see the number of the dolphins is 1,049. But if you got into being a shark, that's a small club, 165. It's not that big a club. So that'd be pretty cool to get in there. Scott on that one is 1,049 dolphins, which is pretty decent. If you're in there, that's pretty big, and they've obviously got lots of fishes, crabs, and shrimps as well. Yeah, so pretty cool. There is the Axion stats page as well. It's got some stats on that as well. Have we got a notice here? Oh no, we haven't. I thought it was. How are we going here? I think we might have done our period here. Let me scroll back there. So we're up past 30 minutes. So I'm going to end the live stream here. Let's just read the final comments before I do. 75 Gwei. Okay, John, that's not too bad. Potentially could have tried to wait for 60, but obviously the Gwei price has gone up a bit now. But that's not too bad, I guess, given the amount that you put in. So anyway, John, no ETH scan that says 75 Gwei, $82. Yeah, so it was indicating 128, but it came in at 82. Is that what you're saying? Or it was just 82? So 82 is not too bad. 128 was on the higher side. That's why I was just asking you about the Gwei that you had on there. 82. 82 is not too bad given the circumstances. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Let's watch this regular auction and catch me for the Mega VCA number 28 tomorrow, which is going to, it could be the very last one. We'll watch. We'll see what the market decides. But until then, sleep well for you in North America and the northern parts. And for the rest of you, enjoy your day. And John Atkinson says, yes, 128 on Mega MetaMask indicator, but came in at 82, right? So that's not too bad. Hey, congratulations to all of you that entered the VCA, and also those who staked. Congratulations, these are some pretty good rates. So Friday is when I need to jump jump in again. Yeah, that's going to be VCA number 28. It's going to be the mega auction. And you can quickly see that here. That's the one here. Scott, that's the 1.1 billion. That could be the very last one. Depends on what happens. We have been able to sell at that amount in a mega VCA, so watch that at the moment. If the market tone is quite positive, we could see that be the last one. But once again, the market will decide. And then we got back to back there with another VCA 29, 500 million. So a lot of AXN to sell there, but it's been pretty bullish momentum so far. All right, on that note, I better go. Hope you enjoyed that one, and thanks for watching. 2 thumbs up there. Hey, SKB, $10. Whee, big dance of $10. Thanks for the super chat, SKB. Really appreciate it. Woohoo! Go Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. And once again, thanks, SKB. I like that flying suit, man. Scott says, okay, thank you. All right, I must sign off, but thanks for the super chat. That was really huge, SKB. And I'll catch you for tomorrow's Mega VCA number 28. Woohoo! All right, got to find the switch off button now.